Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks. Tracy here, and I have my black box cup, a nice cup of tea which is just about drinkable now. I needed that, I tell you. So we just got in. We had company this morning. Gary's brother Melvin and his other half Les came. She doesn't like being called Leslie, she likes Les. So Les came with him rather. So Mel and Les, both, yeah. So and he brought a cooker hood extractor for us because he bought. I did tell you the other day if you watched it. He bought one and it was too big for his hole in his kitchen where he has his space, should I say. And so we have it now, and all we need is for Gary's other brother, Martin, to wire it all in. And it can be put up. Cheers. So once they'd gone, I did my earlier video, and when I was doing one of my giveaway winners, I kind of made a mistake and I didn't write one of the winners down from, I had it in a pad and then I put it on, I had it on a piece of scrap and I was putting it in the pad. And I forgot that one. So when it came to it, I had to pause it, and that means I have two videos that I have to put together. So, yeah, a bit annoying, but never mind. So I left that one cooking, sort of thing, while I was out. And we popped out. So we went to Farm Shop and the Butchers and Morrison's. Real shop crawl. We went to Curry's. Gary bought me a present. He bought me this book. I have a few different air fryer books now, and I have to say I haven't made anything out of them, so I'm going to have to start giving it a good look. But this one, when I was thumbing through it, did look pretty good. So I said to Gary, well, look, there's a present if you want to buy me it. So I have the book, and I'll have a good look at that a bit later. But while I was in there, Gary wanted to look for a new Kindle because he has a Paperwhite Kindle. He reads a lot, and he wants a colour one. He used to have a colour one, but he wants another one so that he can take the Paperwhite one to work or outside, because you can read it in all lights, and the other one he can do stuff on. So we went in there and had a look, and it's typical, this always happens, you know, they advertise they've got something at a certain price, and they had this coloured one and it was £69. Oh, but we don't have any in stock, and looking at the computer, there aren't any that we can deliver either. There are 2 stores that have it. Of course they're like miles away. Can you not get them to send it down? No, we can't do that. You used to be able to do that. Can't sell the one on the shelf, even though it's the last one and they're not getting any more. Can't sell that one. Not allowed. Why? Because we won't have one on display. But you're not selling them because you haven't got any. Why do you need it on display? Because it looks like we've got stuff that's cheaper in the store. That's why, you know. Anyway, it's happened a lot of times. So there was another one that was bigger. And I said to Gary, they said, oh, we don't have that one either, but we can get that one brought in. And I said, I'll tell you what, Gary, it's best to shop around so you could get one, or a place where there's more than just one to choose from that they'd have to order in. So I said, okay, I'm going to go and look at the Hoovers, because, you know, I had the fiasco with the stick Hoover and Dyson. I thought, I'm going to go look, because I'd been seeing the Vax ones on TV. And so the girl that served me, she said, oh, the Shark ones are the better ones. I went, I had a Shark, I didn't like it, but that was an upright Hoover. She went, really? And I said, yeah. And I told her all the things I disliked about it. So I said, well, maybe the sticks would be better. So we walked over to the stick Hoovers, which were 400 and something pounds. They were all in that price bracket. So I said, the Vax are half that price. So no wonder she wanted me to buy the Shark, because she earns a commission on it, I guess. So we went over to the Vax, and there was one that was just as good as the the shark with the hair wrap thing, which I didn't find worked. You know, it still wound itself around the thingy and got stuck. Anyway, so it's a fraction of the price of the other one, so I bought it, and I thought it's only for doing in here. Make me sound like a cleaner. It's for doing in here, dear, and maybe just having a whiz round the bathroom, because you get like hair and bits of fluff and stuff in the bathroom, don't you? So I thought I could do in the little hard to get at places and my car and all that sort of thing. And I said to Gary, you're banned from it. You're not to touch it because you kill hoovers. When I say hoovers, they're vacuum cleaners. We shouldn't really call them hoovers because it's a brand, and I've not had a hoover for years. You know, I think the first hoover we ever had was a hoover, and other than that they've just been vacuum cleaners with another brand. So anyway, yeah, he's a bit heavy on them, so I said, you know, you don't go anywhere near it. If it breaks, it's my fault. So yeah, I have one now. I've got to get it out the box and charge it up though, because down here you can't see it, but around the light and where my bin is, you know, I do need to hoover. Things get thrown in the bin, they fall over the side and all sorts. I don't know where, and not bits of yarn. There's always bits of tail snipped off, and they always end up on the floor, and you know. Anyway, got one now. No, none of that debacle that I had with Dyson. I don't like Dysons anyway anymore. I did, but they always, whenever I had them, they fell apart. May have been Gary, but you know, I don't think so. I think it was just they were overrated, I think. Anyway, cheers. I'm going to get this tea down. Oh, I do need it, and it's getting cold, so we'll give it my attention, undivided attention. See. And it was nice seeing Melvin and Les. It was we haven't seen them since we went out for Christmas. He lives in London, so sorry, I'm fiddling. Slap. Yeah, he lives in London, so we don't see him that often. And he's in the process of clearing a room and getting it all kitted out for guests to stay if people want to go see him. So that'd be fun. We'll have a base in London. So where we stayed in the yacht hotel, they've got a Tutankhamun exhibition at the moment, and I have seen a king tut one before. In fact, I think I've seen two lots of. One was an Egyptian, and it was at the O2, and then of course we saw one in Vegas. So I don't know how similar or if it's the same or not, but you know, I thought it might be nice to go, but it wasn't on at the time. Somewhere else when we were there. We would have had to have got a train, but the Formula One exhibition was there, so we went to that instead. But now they've got the King Tut one. You just think, wouldn't it be nice to go again? It's a bit of an expense, really. So probably won't, you know, probably won't. Anyway, I've got to finish this. I won't be a sec. It was a bit colder than I wanted it to be because I was going to come straight in. I made the tea and Gary a coffee. And I was going to come straight in and do my video. And he said, going to help me put the shopping away first. I was like, okay. So yeah, got a bit waylaid. So this is the weekendy picture. Still no change there, obviously, because we only get one for the weekend. And let's have a look and see what's in the book. Wow. I don't know why, but I'm very out of breath. Probably all that exertion in the shops. All that money I spent, that's what it is. At effing handbook. Oh, I was shocked before, but effing. Just once, I would love to look at my kid in the eyes when he gives me a picture he's spent a long time colouring and have the nerve to say, could you make me another one? That's not what I wanted. Just so he can get a sense of what it feels like when I make him dinner every night. Remember the end of Titanic when Kate Winslet's taking up the entire door? That's every night. My kids insist on sleeping in bed with me. It always amazes me. They're so small, but they take up all the space. I used to hate that. Nanny, can I get in? It's like, oh. And when they go to sleep, I'll shift them back in their own bed, trying not to wake them. After you have kids, it seems you should be able to add some amendments to your wedding vows. Mind you, I'm not talking about Harley so much, although, you know, I have occasion in the past, he's kind of not wanted to sleep in the little bed he's wanted to get with me. It's mostly Tyler, that boy. At one point, he wanted to sleep with his arms like really tight around your neck. And you think, I'm going to get a stiff neck like this. And then, you know, you try and move it. It's like that face hugger, you know, that grip. Yeah. So, and you try and move him and he wakes up, scales all the way back. Yeah, not so much now, I don't suppose. He's probably grown out of that, but that was when he was younger. Anyway, what else have we got to tell you? Let me think. Not much because, yeah, not really kind of done much in terms of crochet because last night was a bit of a strange night, to be honest. Was watching the news, as we all were, and kind of a bit gobsmacked, actually, as you can imagine. Yeah, that took over most of the kind of evening and chatting. And then I was really tired last night, so I went to bed, and of course I woke up stupidly early again, and I managed to get off for a little while, but I did get up early. And then of course it was all hands on deck, let's get the house clean for Melvin coming. It's like the Queen comes for dinner. But yeah, I said to Gary, what are you doing? What, you know, it's Melvin, he's seen the house. And he was like, I don't want him to think Chris Lobs. I went, well, we won't, really. It's just a bit of clutter. It's just not much, is it, really? But never mind, it got him mopping the floor, which, call me old fashioned. That's a bonus, win-win. Anyway, yeah, it'd be nice to get the cook hood up, but I'm not that keen on the noise they make. That's the only thing. We had one in my last house, and my ex used to put it on and forget it was on, and I would hear this all the time. I'd be like, oh, I hate that noise. But hopefully they're a lot more improved than they used to be. Hopefully. So me, I'm looking forward to having a good old look through this. It seems to have food in there that you do eat every day. Like I can remember when I first got my air fryer. I've always had an air fryer. I've always had an active fryer, but I don't class them in the same way as the modern day air fryers. Are slightly different. So I've always had one, and I've always done the things that I do in it and the things that they do well in it. But when I got my first one, it was the Ninja 9-in-1. And to me, it was really, although it was an air fryer, it wasn't like a drawer air fryer or one that the door pulls down like I've got now. It looked like a big bomb. It was like and it did do pressure cooking and all that sort of thing. So although I did things in it, it wasn't until I got the drawer one and the one that's like an oven that I really started to think about cooking in it. And at the time, I scoured all the booklets that came with it, and they weren't very user-friendly. They were dreadful. And I scoured them, and I watched a few kind of videos hoping for some info, and there was not one single piece of information that told you how long to do a baked potato in its jacket, in its skin. Not one. There was no info at all. And I know it was at the time before they become uber popular, so there wasn't any books either. So I did get a first few books that come out, and they were pretty poor, but I've got a few nice ones now. And this one actually does have all that info in. Bit late, because I found out myself how to do them and the best way and how long they take, because you know you only have to kind of do it a couple of times, and you iron out all the little wrinkles, don't you? Not that your potatoes are wrinkled, but you know, your wrinkles in the thing, you know. So yeah, there's not really much. I don't cook in it now, but it's nice to have. So I'm going to look forward to that. It's got some nice puddings on it as well. Not that I should be eating the puddings soon. No, I'm going to be getting back on the diet. I don't think I put loads of weight on, but that illness, I could not diet while I was on that. Mostly, well, partly because I was chomping my way through loads and loads of throat sweets, which were killing it anyway. And plus, my appetite was weird, and I couldn't really swallow. So I kind of just ate what I could, and like soups and mashed potatoes and stuff like that. And although if you do it properly, it's slimming, you know, didn't do it properly. Anyway, then it was my birthday, and yeah, so well, no, the Valentine's Day thing and being ill and all that. So yeah, kind of didn't diet since then, but we're going to get back on it soon. We got a few little naughties, you know. You got to do it, haven't you? Really, sort of. Yeah, we've got Easter's coming, so you know, rather than have eggs at the time while we're off, we thought we'll have a bit of chocolate maybe and cake, you know. Got to be done. But yeah, and we're gonna have minted lamb today for you guys. It's tomorrow for me, and that'll be our last kind of naughty last one. Well, I don't think anything else is going to last. Oh, we got a dessert, so yeah, we have got a few more naughties. Yeah, I know it's bad for me. I'm just getting back on my feet though, and you know, you need to, don't you? Really? Well, you do. You do. So Gary is back at work on Monday and Tuesday, so hopefully I'm going to try my best to at least get to a stage where I can start my tutorial for that big project that it's not big, but it's bigger than a mitten. And I might make the other mitten. We'll see, of the one I colour changed. But I do need to do the baby blanket because I've got a feeling it should be due soon. And, you know, I don't want to leave it to the last minute. I've only done a pair of mittens so far. So, yeah, should be having him soon. So I do need to get that done. And then I maybe can start on some spring projects. That'd be good. It's sunny today. Absolutely glorious. And then when Melvin and Les went, beautiful sunshine, so I went outside to see them off. It was freezing, absolutely freezing. It was like, oh my god, I thought it was warm. It really. And then you driving along, and we went out. There was this girl, and she had a little crop top and a pair of like spray-on leggings, and you could see her kind of pulling her coat up, putting her coat on. Then it was like, oh, you know, it's not warm enough for that yet, you know. It's the sun's out, I want to get my belly out, that sort of thing. Not me. That'll never happen. Those days are gone. You know what I mean? Just saying. But, yeah, I sort of walking along and looking at her thinking, what are you wearing? You know, what are you wearing? It's the 1st of March. It's just like a little coat goes over and she starts doing it up. Thinking, yeah. So, but you see them, don't you? Straight away, shorts on, boob tubes, and you think freezing to death, yeah. And you can see them like the shoulders are up here because they're so cold. They're like, ugh. You think, why? There's plenty of time for that. Not that the summer's going to be much warmer, you know. This is England. Anyway, I can't babble away in the corner for long today because I am well behind. Since we went out. But oh, one good thing is the holiday season has started around here. And that means all of those cars where they pretend they don't live in their caravans and they park the cars on the roadside can now go back in. And so that's it. We won't have to worry about whether the dust cart can get down here anymore. because there won't be so much congestion all over the road. Yeah, I don't know what. Might as well just leave them open, you know. But most of them were, to be honest with you. There was just a few that locked their gates, and that just meant that people parked on the road, pretending they don't live here when they do. Anyway, I'm going to get off and upload this video, and hopefully by the time Monday comes around, I'll have a little bit more of a plan. And oh, I nearly forgot before I go. I mentioned on one of my winners videos that I'm going to do a live stream. Now, I don't know what day it's going to be yet, but when I mentioned it before, a couple of people said, yeah, love to go in your live, but you have to give us a bit of notice, because I'm very poor at that. You know, I normally put a little note on my wall saying going live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's the notice I give you. And yeah, not very good at that. So that being said, how would you like me to notify you that I'm going to go live? See, I can put it on my Crochet Rocks Facebook page. I can put it on, if you go on, yeah, there's a Crochet Rocks Facebook page if you haven't found it already. You can put it on Crochet Worldwide, which is my Facebook group. If you haven't joined already, I don't always respond straight away, but I've got a few admins now. So my lovely, lovely admins should see you. Kerry. So, Victoria. Jane? Yeah, so one of them should maybe see you and say, yeah. Crochet Worldwide, it's called. Yeah. Anyway, I could put it on there. I could put it on my wall on YouTube. And maybe I can make a date, maybe nearer the time. Gary's off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so I'm not sure what's happening. I could say let's do it either Monday or Tuesday at a certain time. So if you guys say best day for me is Monday, this time of day, Greenwich Mean Time. Don't forget England time, because you know, it's no good saying to me at 4, and 4 o'clock for you is something else for me. So do that, and I'll have a look through them. I'm going to try and remember to mention it tomorrow, you know, and yeah, so we'll see if we can come up with a good time on a good day, and yeah, do one. Anyway, I'm going to go this time. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye bye for now.